Hi everyone, Ravi this side. Welcome to EnggAdda. So this is the third video on SonarQube integration in Spring Boot. In the previous two videos, we discussed about the basic of SonarQube, what it is, why one should use it out, what are its features and how we can use it. And then in the second video, we discussed how we can install the SonarQube on our Docker machine, and then how to log into the SonarQube portal and how to change the password and how to create a project. Everything we discussed in the previous two videos. In this video, we are going to discuss how we can go to the SonarQube portal and then try to create a new project, and then how we can generate the token, how we can generate the project key, and how we can use them in our application. So let's say you can use Spring Boot as your application, or any application you can use, and you can integrate SonarQube in it. Here we are going to take the example of a Spring Boot application. So you can freshly create a Spring Boot application, or if you already have some Spring Boot application that you are using, you can integrate your SonarQube in that for the code analysis, for finding bugs and security vulnerabilities and security issue code smells for that particular application that you develop. So you can do that. That is what we are going to discuss here. So we are simply going to see how we can integrate the SonarQube in our application, or you can say in our Spring Boot application. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to make our SonarQube up and running. So you already have seen that how we install the SonarQube. We use the Docker Compose file to install the SonarQube on our Docker desktop machine, and then we'll try to make that up and running, and then we log into the SonarQube portal. The same thing we are going to do here first, and then we'll see how we can create the SonarQube project and generate the token and the project key. And then after that, we'll see how we can integrate it out in our Spring Boot application. So here I'm not going to create a fresh Spring Boot application. I already have so many applications on my GitHub repository. I'm going to clone one of them and then try to integrate the SonarQube in it and then see. So that is what we are going to do. So let me try to come out of it and go to the browser. So the first thing, before going to the browser, let me try to make our SonarQube up and running locally. So how we can do that? So for that, we need to make our Docker desktop up and running. So let me try to open the Docker desktop here. And once our Docker desktop is up and running, we can run the Docker Compose file of SonarQube, and then it will try to create a container for us and then make our Docker images of the SonarQube up and running there in that container, and then we can access it out. So just wait for a few seconds and let this Docker desktop up and running, and then we can try to make our Docker SonarQube up and running. I already have tried to create the SonarQube containers and make them up and running. So that is why it is being shown here. Let me try to delete this piece of containers here, and then freshly we'll try to do this. So let me try to wait, and let me tell you that this is not the first time I'm going to run this Docker Compose file. I already have run it. So it already have pulled the Docker image of the SonarQube and the DB that we specified in the Docker Compose file. So it won't take much time for me to make this up and running. So I already have installed all those things. So that is why it is not going to take so much time for me. If you're doing it for the first time, it will take some time so that it will pull your Docker image and try to make this up and running for you. So if you're doing for the first time, just wait. So here you can see this is the Docker Compose file that we are going to run, and here you can see we already have provided the services. There are two services, one is DB and another is the SonarQube. So the SonarQube is using this DB inside this SonarQube image again, and these are the specifications that we did. All these things we discussed previously in the installation video. So don't worry if you are not aware of what it is and what these things are, then you can go there in that video and then have a look. So this is what the Docker Compose file is looking like. Let me try to make this up and running. So just go to this, open the command prompt here, and then run this command Docker Compose up, and then it will try to create the container for you. You can see, and then it will make your Docker image of these things up and running in the container. So you can see these two containers are created, and our SonarQube is up and running on the port number 9000. So what you can do is you can either open this, or you can copy these things and then So let me try to make this open in the browser. So we are on the localhost 9000, and here you can see the SonarQube portal is loading here. Wait for a few seconds, it will load, and here you can see in the background the SonarQube is running, and once it is up and running properly, then we can see the login portal here, and then we can log into the SonarQube, and then we go inside the SonarQube portal. Okay, so just wait, and once it is done, then we can go to the portal and create the project here. So before going to do those things, I'm just waiting for this to be up and running. Let me try to tell you that what we are going to do here and the Spring Boot application. So there are two approaches. What you can follow is you can create a simple Spring Boot application, and then you can do the necessary configuration that we are going to do. Or if you already have a couple of Spring Boot application for you where you have written the good amount of codes, then you can use them so that the SonarQube can do a proper analysis of your code. So that is what I'm going to follow here. So I'm going to clone one of my application. So here you can see we are on this portal. Let me try to go to the browser, this GitHub, and let me try to tell you where which application I'm going to clone here. So this application is public. You can also directly clone it out, or you can use your own application. So here you can see how, let me try to go to this product. So here you can see we have this product management application. I'm going to use this project management backend application. I'm going to clone it out, and then I'm going to integrate the SonarQube in it. So I'm just going to copy it, and let me go to this place where I can clone this piece of repository. So let me go to this July folder, and here let me try to create one folder. Let's say product backend, product backend app. Okay, and let me try to clone the repository here itself. Okay, so just going to open a command prompt and then do a git clone, paste it, and it will take few seconds of your time to clone it out. You can see it is cloned. Now let me try to close it and open that application in the IntelliJ, and I will try to brief you about the application, what it is, and what all things we have developed there. So don't worry on that. So let me try to go there. So here you can see we created this product backend app, and this is our application which is cloned. Just open it up. So just trust it, open it in a new folder and in a new window, and then wait. Let me try to close this previous application here. So just close it out, load the Maven, and then wait for a few seconds. Let the necessary dependency be downloaded and do the necessary configuration and scanning of the indexes. All those things are done. Then we can start looking into this application. Okay, so here we have cloned the application, and this is what we are going to use for the integration of SonarQube. Now go back to the SonarQube. Here we are on the login portal. Okay, so if you are going to log in for the first time, the username and the password is admin and admin. And if you are logging for the first time, you have to provide the admin and admin is username and the password, and then it will ask you to change your password. Then you have to change it out, and then logging with a changed password, you as like username as an admin. Okay, that is what I'm doing here. I already have changed my password. I'm using the username as admin, and the password is changed password. Now log in with it, and then wait for a few seconds. So here you can see that we are inside the SonarQube portal, and you can find this SonarQube home. You can see that you can integrate the SonarQube with this CI application like from Azure DevOps, Bitbucket servers, or like from BitCloud, GitHub, and all those things. You can work with the SonarQube, and manually also you can create your project and try to work with the SonarQube. So this is what we are going to follow here. So how you can create your project. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to go to this projects section. If you don't know how to create it out, I already have listed the steps for it. So if you'll go to this step 3, you can see that we have to, once you log into this SonarQube, what you have to do is you have to go to the projects, and then you have to create a project, new project, and then you have to provide the project details like project name and the project key, and then you have to generate the token and keep that token safe. So you need the project key and the token that generated from this project. You have to use both of them to do the configuration with your application. So make sure you keep them safe. Okay, so that is what it is. Now we have these steps. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to projects here and go to the manually create a project, and here you have to provide the project name. So let's say the project name is SonarQube Spring Boot integration. Okay, so this is let's say the project name that we created inside the SonarQube, and you can see that the same is the key for us. So just keep this key somewhere safe. Let me try to open the notepad here, and I will try to keep this piece of information safe there. So make sure you're also keeping these things on a notepad or some kind of notes. Okay, so just let me try to keep it there. This is the key for us, and here you can see the main branch name is main, and that is what you have to select here. Just set up it out, and then here you can see either you can use this SonarQube project that you created in this CI pipelines with Jenkins or with GitHub Action, with Bitbucket, with GitLab CI, with Azure Pipeline and other CI pipelines. You can use this project there itself. Okay, what I am going to do is I am going to use it locally. Okay, so just select this locally, and then here you can see that you have to generate a token, and this is the key that we are going to use, and your token will expire in the 30 days, or you can go to this and then change it out. Okay, so this is what I'm going to use. Just generate this token and copy this token and keep it somewhere safe so that you can use it out. So just copy it out and keep it here. So this is the first one is the key for us, and the second is the token for us. Now we have both of them. We created the project and we generated the token and the key. Now you can see that how you can run your run analysis on your project, how you can do that. So let's say you created one Maven project. In our case, it is Maven project. So you can click on it and you will find the steps that you need to run, or you can say the command that you need to run in order to run the analysis on your project. So once you will run these commands, what will happen is it will try to SonarQube will try to scan all your codes, and then it will try to look at your codes and then see what are the bugs, vulnerabilities, security issues, all those things. It will try to give you what all the details are on the project itself at the SonarQube. So you have to run this command in order to do your analysis, code analysis you can say, or code scanning. Okay, and there is another command also that I'm going to use. So these things are also fine, and the other one is also fine. Now we are good. Now what we need to do is we are good with the project creation on the SonarQube. What are the other steps we need to do is we need to integrate these things in our application. So you can see that I already have cloned this application, and here itself I'm going to integrate our SonarQube. So the first thing is, let me try to make this project up and running. So before going to make this up and running, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a simple clean install and then see if some issue is there in this application or not. If everything look good, if the build is successfully created, then we can use it out. So here you can see I'm failing. Okay, so it is clean. I was running the wrong command. So now it is good. Now wait for a few seconds and then see. So you can see it does not have member field this. Okay, so this is because of our application. If you go to the pom.xml file of this application, you'll find that the Java version is 17 we are using, and here I think I'm picking up the Java 21. That is why it is giving the problem. You can see this. Now let me try to downgrade it to the 17, apply it, okay, and then try to run this clean install again, and then wait and then see how it is working. I think it is picking up, and then see. It will take few seconds of your time to scan this and try to build your application. Once it is built successfully, you can see it is built success, and then what we can do is we can start working on this application now. So before going to integrate SonarQube in it, let me try to show you what all things we have in this application. So go to the source, main, and Java. So if you'll go to the controller, you will find this product controller is there, and we have all the CRUD related APIs in it, like find all the products, insert it in the find by ID, update by ID, and the delete by ID. Now let me try to walk you through one of the APIs. So let's say we are going to see the insert API. So if you'll see here, you can see we insert we auto add the product service here. With the help of product service, we are calling this insert product into the DB method, and we are passing the product here. We are inside this product service interface, and if you go inside the implementation of it, you will find that with the help of product repository, we are calling the same method of this, and then try to save this product into the DB. That is what we are doing here, and we are good. This is the whole flow. So basically here we have all the CRUD APIs developed for this product management. Now if you'll go to the resources and application.properties file, here you can see that we did the necessary configuration for our database connectivity and the other things. And we also changed the port number to the 9000. So this is how the application is looking like. This is a basic application, and we are good on it. Now what we can do is we can start integrating SonarQube in it. So what are the steps we need to follow here? So if you'll go to the PPT, you will find the fourth step, configure build tool. So here you can see we are using Maven as a build tool. If your application is developed in the Gradle, you can use Gradle as well. But here we are going to use the Maven as a build tool, and we are do the configuration with respect to Maven. So what you have to do is you have to add these properties inside your pom.xml properties section. So what all properties you have to add? You have to add the Sonar host URL, which is 9000 localhost, and then Sonar login, which is with the generated token that we generated, and then Sonar project key. We have the project key here. So this three configuration we have to do in the properties section of the pom.xml file. So I already have these things handy. Let me try to go there. And here you can see we have this three properties. Let me try to copy this, paste it down, and the URL would be same. Only thing that we are going to change is we have to change the token and the project key. So let me try to change this project key to this, and then token. Okay, now just copy this piece of code and go to your pom.xml file of your application where you want to do the integration. Now here you will find the properties section, and inside this properties section just put this piece of code. Now we are good, and now you can run the Maven here, and we are good with this. Now what is the next step we have to do? Once you added this properties inside your pom.xml file, what you have to do is you have to also include the Maven plugin for this SonarQube. Okay, so what you can do, you can directly go to this browser and search for this SonarQube Maven plugin for Maven, something like that. And if you can find from here, I think, no. Let me try to. Okay, so here you can see this. This is what we have to include, but we are not getting the version here. Let me try to go down, and if you'll go to this Maven repository, you will find it out. So just you can see this Maven repository, go to this, and here you can see that under the dependency it is giving up, but we have to include this as a plugin. So let me try to copy this piece of 3 lines like group ID, artifact, and the version, and then we are good. Now go down to your plugin section. Let me try to minimize this. Here you can see I already have the Maven plugin and this project Lombok plugin. Inside this plugins, you create one plugin section, and there you can put it out. Just put it and then try to run your Maven. Just wait for a few seconds and let's see how it is behaving, and then we can start. running the maven command. So I think it is good. Let me to rerun this maven. I think we are good. So what two things we did is we added the generated token and the project key and the URL of the SonarQube inside the properties, and then we also included the SonarQube plugin under the plugin section. We are good now. Now what we have to do is we have to run one command. So if you'll go to the SonarQube project setup, also you will find this command, or I already have listed one command that we need to run. Here you can see, if you'll go down, this is the command that we are going to use, ambient clean install sonar, and this will try to run SonarQube analysis for you on your project. So just copy this command and come here, go to this maven, open this maven run, and then try to run this command. And then wait for a few seconds. It will take few seconds of your time, and then it will try to do the analysis of your whole code, and then it will give you the result on the SonarQube portal where you created your project. Once it is done, what you can do is you can try to look at the result that we get after the analysis, like bugs or vulnerabilities or the security issue are there or not, or code smells are there or not. Everything we can look into. So we are good, I think. It will give you the URLs where you can go and look it into. So you can see that the build is success, and now if you go above, you will find that analysis successful. You can find the result at this. So you can go to this dashboard and you'll find those details here. And if you want like more about the report processing, you can go to this this application, this URL, and you'll find the report analysis here. So you can see in the report analysis, we have the ID, we have the type as report, and then we are also having the component key, which the key for us, project key for us, and then we have the component name. This is project management backend app that we developed here, project management backend app. And these are the things we have as a report. Now, if we'll go back to this first URL, which give us the result of our code analysis, you can see that the overall code analysis is here. We have 3 bugs, we have 0 vulnerabilities, we have 2 security hotspot, and you can see that we have 3 code smells. So all those things are here, right? So this is how analysis of your code can be done. And one by one, you can check all these details as well. So let me try to check the bug first. So if you'll go to the bugs, click on 3, and you'll find these are the bugs we have. Now let me try to go to the bug one by one. So if you'll go for the first one, you will find that we are having this bug under this product service implementation.java class. And at line number 25 and 26, we have this bug. So what is the bug? It says that, like here you can see, if you'll see this code, you will able to get it out, what we are doing here. So we are finding out the product by the ID and then returning it out simply. Let's say we are not getting any result for it. So what we are going to do is we are going to return the null here. And this should not be the ideal case of writing the code. You should use, for null exception handling, you should always use this optional is empty or optional is present kind of scenarios, kind of codes, so that it will avoid you the null pointer exception. So that is why it is giving us the bug here. This could be a possible bug. Okay, so if you go down, you'll find nothing is there, but yeah, this is the bug here. Now if you'll go to your application and go to this product service implementation class, you will find those details there. Line number 25 and 26, you will find this out. So you can see in this 26, we are just returning the product by finding it out with the ID. And we are not, if the null is returned, then we are returning the null here itself. We are not taking care of the null pointer exception. We should go with the optional here, and that is why it is giving us under the bug. Now, if you'll go to the other bugs, let's say this one, you'll find that it is at line number 30, which is update product. If you'll go here, you'll find that in the update product also, we are using this find by ID, and we are not taking care of the null. That is why it is giving us the error. For the third bug, you'll find that for the delete one also, we are using the same. So if we'll go to the 40 line number, you'll find this out. So this is how you can do the analysis of your code. Now what you can do is, you can replace this piece of code with the optional, and then you will find that and then after that, like after making your changes and try to scan this whole application or whole code, you can run this command that we run here, and then go back to the result again, and then see this will be gone. Okay, now if we'll go to this overview again, and let me try to show you about this two hot security hotspots. Like here you can see that the first thing is it gives us that make sure this is not hard-coded credential. So again, let me go there to the pom.xml file and show you. So here in the pom.xml file, what we are doing is we are directly putting this token that we generated from the SonarQube in the pom.xml file here itself, right? But this is not the right approach. This could be a security issue. So how we should pass it out? We should pass it as a path variable. So we can pass it from here as an environment variables or something like that. If you'll go to this edit configuration, here itself you'll find this out, those things, right? So from here, environment variables, you can pass those details and then see, so that it won't be visible here. You cannot hard code it out. This could be a security issue. Now, what is the other security issue in secure configuration? Okay, so the first thing is this. Now the second one is this one. Make sure that enabling course is safe here. So you should be making sure when you are going to enable the course origin. So those things are also there listed out. Now again, go to the overview and then see what other things we have. We have 3 code smells. Now click on this 3 and then see. So go to the first one. Again, this cross origin, what it says, remove this unused import cross origin. So if we'll go to this app class, which is product management backend application, let me try to go there. And let me go to the import section. Here you can see we have one import which is not used, and that is why it is coming under the code smell, and it is asking us to remove it out. So let me try to remove this, and then we'll try to see once we'll try to again run it out. What are the other code smell we have? We have this remove this unused org.springflow stereotype service. So where it is inside the product service interface. Go inside this product service interface, go to the imports, and here you can see. Let me remove this as well. And what are the other code smell? It is to this product management backend application test class. So here it is saying that at least one assertion to this test case should be there. So if we'll go to this test, so here you can see that we don't have any assertion here inside this test, and that is why it is asking us to edit out. You can edit out, but let me not do it now. So as of now, we have these 3 code smells. Now we removed 2 of them, and now let me try to run this scan again. So you have to run this command again, ambient clean install sonar, and then wait. Once it is completely build success, what we can do is we can go to the result again and then see if the code smells are reduced or not. So you can see build is success. Now you can directly go to this, or what we can do is we can refresh this piece of URL and then see. So you can see now we have only one code smell. Try to go to this and then open this URL here. And here you can see we are not finding any bugs or anything. I'm not sure why it is. Okay, so the bug issues are there, which is this 3, and security issues are also there, which is say this one. Okay, measures, code, activity. Let me try to go to the code smell. Here you can see we have the 3 bugs, and those are already we have looked into. We have the code smell. Now the code smell is only 1, and this would be the under the test one. We remove these 2 code smells that we were having with the unnecessary imports, and we remove the unnecessary import, and now the code smells are gone. So this is how you can integrate out this SonarQube in your application, and then try to have code analysis, and then you can also find the broader aspects of the bugs, vulnerabilities, code smells under your application.